Hi everybody. Oh my goodness. I had to restart because not only did I get 10% battery, but as soon as I started and I said, hello, welcome back, my love and light crew, to the witching hour, this fly comes up to me like this. Like that. And I try to smash it. And it goes flickering off to the distance. So I know, because of the intention of what this reading is going to be all about, it's going to be about no bullshitters here, okay? And I'm going to tell you why through the divine. Do you know how many deaths have reached these forceps? I'm going to tell you. There's no face to them. But we're kind of over it, so just as a forewarning, because I visited somebody's reading and they said, quit telling people, divulging people about your shit, what's going on, because there are so many takers, So, I forget about that part because I'm just thinking within my own mentality, which is like, I'm genuinely just happy and I want to share it. And it's like not a brag, not a humble brag, nothing like that. It's more like, it's been a long time coming. It's not a metaphor. It's not a simile. It just is. It's very factual. And to be myself is to also divulge such things. So even though I must walk within the same, guidelines as to be cautious of what I share, it doesn't mean that I have to absolutely change myself. I mean, that's part of my persona. That's why I'm chosen to be, within my role. And so part of that, it's like a little booby trap by the divine, because, it's like, I mean no harm when I convey these things. It's just in pure light and love, just like how a child would be like, oh my God, I got a lollipop. Did you see? Like, my mom just dropped it. Like, whatever. I just earned this, like, sticker or whatever. Like, you're going to tell a child to, stop sharing your happiness with the world from your good deeds. Like, what kind of world is that when you teach a culture just regardless of their age range, and especially if it's very fitting for the phase that they're having to mediate through and navigate through? It's just like, why? No. So it's not like I'm talking down on the person that told me, or was advising such, but it's more of like the reality check of where I stand and putting that into context. So the purpose of this reading is to determine, why should others not fuck with you? Why should others not fuck with your energy? Because about a day and a half ago, I started remembering, or I saw this email notification on a particular event in which someone I got to know, which is total stranger danger, would normally, let's say, perform or exhibit at, would be part of the offerings. They would normally be part of it. And for the past 2 years, they have not shown. They were not part of it. And so when I got that email, I was like, well, the first time it came around, I was like, okay, it could be like, they're busy or whatever. But then I got it this time and I was like, there's no way, not 2 times in a row that. So I was wondering, like, without having to backtrack or spy or like look into people's social media or whatever, or do a reading on them, like, what happened with them. And I I realized that that reading that I just did with the little Scrabble bananagrams thing, I'm pretty sure that was a message that was also flowing with regards to that. So I think he's dead. I think he's literally, like, he's passed away. And that person truly fucked me over. Like, absolutely, like, and how I know that like, I know through my interactions with that person or even those people that they are angels of light and love. I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages, my chakras, my auras, my space, and that of my families. Thanks so much. I just kind of know. I foretold, I read the lifeline, and I think they're dead. Yeah. So, I don't know. But I can tell that they did so much evil in this world. Like, that was so evil. So anyway, along with other instances that I have yet to divulge to you, like, I didn't have to do any spell work. I didn't have to do this or that, but the spell work that was done on me was constant, was ruthless, there was so much hate put behind it, so much chaos. So this is before, like, I knew my power, before I knew what I knew now, knew what I know now. I've grown significantly since then. So anyway, it was just in the course of time. I'll talk about all that stuff later. But for right now, I want to find out, you know, why others should not fuck with me. Or you, because you're here, right? Unless you're a cross watcher, you're going to get your doggy bag of karma. It's insured. I've programmed these readings like so. So, you know. Now, we're going to use this deck I have never used before. I didn't realize I bought it new. It's called Persona. I don't know how to start with this, but I have to cleanse it, and I might as well talk a little bit about it. But I noticed that other readers, other psychics, have identified my energy. And they're a little spooked out because they haven't, made themselves, like, they haven't done any additional readings. I don't know what to say. I do have some pending readings that I have to post. They got slightly interrupted. So, anyway. Yeah. Okay. Oopsie. Yeah. Such agility. Okay. Onto the second deck. So I don't know what to expect here, so I'm just intuitively going at this. I thought it was similar to my O cards. Is it by the same people? It looks like it. Oh yeah, the creators of the O cards. And that's what drew me to it, because I just wanted more variation. And then I realized, instead of getting these decks that are kind of foreign, just kind of available only overseas, that I was going to just use, like, just makeshift cards. And one day I'll make my own, but for now, here we go. So there's a lot of nosy people over here. I got really sad and apologized to Spirit because I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to say anything. But hold on. Gosh, seriously. I have to keep lighting this. It's insane. Okay, there we are. Okay, so, okay, this is interesting. I don't know, like, what to do about these, but okay, spirit, angels of light and love, ancestors of light and love, besties from the beyond, of light and love, ancestors of the like, spirit guides of the like, ascended masters of the like, and star families of the like. Okay, what do you want to convey? Why should others not fuck with me? I got 2 decks. I think the other one is a fortune deck. I was gonna... Okay. So it's 3 of Pentacles. The dynamic here is that there's connectivity here. There's a likeness, but there's also a bond. Okay? The main reason why others shouldn't fuck with me is because I have a soul purpose here to identify this. This may be very simple, but as cognitively, but putting it into applications and integration is not as easy. So you others would not want to fuck with this energy because it happens even in its reversal, which also means that I am empowered to basically disembody, to basically destruct, deconstruct things that my regenerative powers bestowed and developed within me are for good use. And so this is what it's depicting, that the inverse operations, if expressed on one side, is a dictation of how adept it is on the other end. So there's that. Okay, so what do you want to say about that here? Within the picturesque form of identities, what do you want to say about it, Spirit? I mean, I mean this all, for the best, but because we talked about how, auspicious, how wonderful, how, it would draw in a lot of ill-intended people, ill-intended energies, and therefore practices behind it. So, people can't go back and say, I didn't know. No, you do know, because I put it out into the universe. And you know that if you're adept in a certain practice, that there's not just one-sided ignorance pertaining to that. You're shown a preface, a warning to that practice. So let's see here, because We're very, very close. Very, very close. So why should others not fuck with my energy? That means also my energetic bonds. Those that I'm associated with. Those that I protect. Those that I oversee. That's one. I saw this picture and I envisioned that. That's what really drew to me. I don't know why, but I thought it was just like, it drew to me. There's something haunting about her face. There's a sadness associated with this. Sadness through experience, not through hearsay. But the hearsay is accentuated by the experience. So it goes in both realms of receptivity and generating within our own experiences. So there's a certain likeness and understanding of what that's like on a personal level as well as vicariously. There's something hauntingly familiar is what I'm saying. What I'm hearing anyway. That's a lyric to something. I don't know what. Okay. Anything else? So this opened up to this. Okay. So there's something very alien-like and charming about me. Okay. That also within the same likeness of the bond, okay, is like others, this is what I attract. Now, this doesn't necessarily depict that, even though they're charming, depicts maturity. But there's like an oddness to us. This person is very well known. These characters are very well known. Charming. You see, like this type of attire, how they present themselves. They're very well known, very well liked. Not necessarily the most mature. And so, they're, player energy, right? So, I attract those, and they find fondness within me, not just through, like a fatal attraction is what I'm hearing. But it's very transformative because we share this likeness of like, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh gosh, and there's a high degree of sexuality here. A high sex drive. Do you see the widow's peak right there? That's a cheat sheet for getting to know someone up front. But you can easily identify that within each other. But there's like a hollowness, but a depth within the eyes, the soul. So there's a soul connection, a soul bond. So part of the reason why others should not fuck with me is because I am connected and will be connecting with a lot of people who are in power, whether female or male. This is a masculine, well-known, adept, well-traveled energy. So my connections are tight, even though they're kind of still student-teacher type of relationships. They are very well pronounced. So when you fuck with me, you're also fucking with these energies. That's what happens. Yeah, and there's something very foreign about star families. There's a world that is not commonly known. And that type of intelligence, that ability to navigate through different dimensions and energies and timetables and timelines and all of those frequencies, they're kind of a guiding light between, like a bond between both worlds. You see, there's a certain familiarity in like humor, in seeing that different worlds speak alike. There's, different dialects, but when it comes down to the messaging, the overall energy, it's very much understood. So it's like our star families are seeing like this storybook, like a bunch of open books that have yet to be finished, that have yet to be written for some. So they're a guiding light too. So when you mess with my frequencies, you're messing with one of the favored books. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying it's coming from no, it's coming mainly from star families. I'm one of their favorite books. They want to add to it. So because there's a sense of inclusion and value in it. It's not just intrigue. It's I see the value in it. So you don't know what they can do. You don't know what their capabilities are. Even those who have discovered those realms, like through astral travel or whatever, they can't even imagine and grasp fully what's out there, regardless of how traveled they are. They may have many years, many decades in the process, and yeah, but they've barely scratched the surface. That's interesting. Okay. And there's this landed right underneath here, so it's very muted. I have indigenous background within, what do you call it? What is it? Past lives. My roots of ancestry, and even self. Past lives. I have very rooted Gaian type of background, so very much in touch with sentience overall, grounded sentience, so Mother Nature, being able to navigate through certain energies and its practicality, the purpose of what lies beneath our feet, what that can do for us. So things that are normally disregarded and discarded are highly beneficial to us. So there's a certain sense of resourcefulness and being able to get around and heal. So I have background from past lives and through those ancestries, healing capabilities. So when you fuck with me, and you fuck with my energy, and you try to duplicate me, and you try to do, steal my work, steal my methods without any accolades, that's going to be your problem, not mine. Now, I should be very, I want to come off as, friendly, I want to be open and all of that, but I think I've done that. I've exercised those methods. This is rather a serious reading because of Spirit wants me to see the changes in frequencies. If I deliver this kind of message or I deliver that kind of message, how swiftly the energy changes in the room. And it's you get to see the realness of it all. The integrity, the fear, the agendas, and the manipulation. So, I'm not scared of unveiling this side of, it would be in your best interest not to cross me, not to further deceive me. Yeah. My life path isn't just about doing readings, about making things, about, there's something in greater store for me. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's time to move on to the other deck, but let's see if Spirit has anything else to say. Like, Spirit can show me like a child or something like softer tone in here if it needs, like, you know, if it needs softening up. But I think this is what I'm guided to convey. Like hidden motives, like it becomes so crystal clear. Okay, well, it's kind of showing me those. Okay, so the top of the deck is, it's all male energy. What? So this is what flew out. This is the bottom. This is the top of the deck. Okay. You know, with what I've seen and foretold, there's a rise to divine feminine energy, and in support of that. And with that, it's not like male hating or anything. It's the attitudes behind it that ostracize and that delegate power within like petty frequencies. So the power is displaced, and it's misused power. Heavy manipulations, and males, you know, are also at the mercy of that too. So given so, there are males that are helping with the rise of divine feminine power because they understand it, being that they've also been did you hear that? Yeah, been thrown at the mercy of, you know, bullshit energy. So anyway, there's what we would call divine masculines in its true form, variations of them. Do you see how different they look? I'm surrounded by them. So my support figures are also like definitely males, within different realms. They all look very different. That's insane. And they're all upstanding, you know? That's crazy. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, for quite a while, I've dealt with a lot of turbulence with feminines that are not so divine. And so, okay, this is the Nile fortune-telling deck. Okay, this is a good one. Okay. Moss agate is, actually, is it fancy jasper? It's fancy jasper. I believe so. Yeah, fancy jasper protecting it. Okay, so let's see here. So, Spirit, why should no one screw around with my energy? Like, Spirit is telling me, like, you've played good cop, bad cop. You've played, like, many different roles. You know, in your once, you know, as, you know, trying to see how the energy shifts, like in, like trying to please people, like what works the best, and you've done it within your own purity, within your own integrity, and both times have been like flops. At least in but like I'm seeing a better return on being genuine. But overall, the ratio of response is still like bullshit compared to like the response everybody else gets. So Spirit's saying, like, don't worry about like how harsh you're coming off, even though you don't want to create relationships based on fear. What it's already saying thus far is that even when you're super happy and wanting to share and are excited about like sharing, something finally great, good, that's coming up, or even the smaller blessings that come along the way. It's I don't know what to say about that, Spirit. That's what you're saying. Okay, thank you. That even within that light that you shine, that people are still showing behaviors because the energy shifted so quickly. And there's like crickets almost, that, and spies and other manipulations, and I'm seeing bouts of karma drop in to inform me that people are getting what they deserve, with while I'm being like hands off about it. It's split to this. What is this? Money unwisely spent. Use caution in all business matters. A meeting with a dark person of the opposite sex. 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands in reversal. Yeah, so these it's like the communication is not, like, you're not getting the return, like the response that you are deserving of. And that's like the cumulative response on the sounding board of the divine that I asked for in this reading. They all agree to that. It's, the consensus. And so, like, don't feel bad about how you're coming off. Yeah, I think what I'm saying has to be said. Like, don't like fret about people like responding back to this energy and saying like, well, you're gonna attract more flies with sugar than honey, or sugar, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Honey than I don't know. I forget. But you know what I'm talking about. What? That's funny that I don't remember. Okay. Okay, so why should no one screw around with me and my energy? Okay, so this split in here, you will lose your heart soon. 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so in reversal is what I'm seeing, with the Life card in reversal. So that's the Fool card in reverse. You will lose your heart soon. Oh, yeah, it's going to cause stagnancy and indecision in your life, in others' lives, if they try to mess with my energy. It's going to cause major imbalances, even if you boil it down to a selection of just 2 options. The weigh-in is going to be a lot more difficult. Because I'm going to skyrocket. And people will know the truth. Like, people have stolen from me, and they got their immediate, and they've got to see the return, the abundance from, stealing my energy. And they've probably rationalized it by saying like, oh, well, I didn't steal it if you didn't protect yourself properly, or, or if you were, willing to share. Like, they're morphing the words. It's double talk, okay, to sway in their favor. And they know that. Their soul knows it. Their ancestors know it. Their spirit guides know it. Because why would they come to that cognitively and still move forward with that, right? So anyway, they will lose their heart soon. Like, they're going to, what do you call it? Lose their vigor, lose their passion, because they've crutched on these behaviors for so long, and I'm not the only like one that they've taken from, you know. So that formula will no longer work. Oh my gosh, yes. So while I was driving, like running an errand or something, I realized that those people who stole from me for their own profit, singular profit, that was immediate gratification, is what the divine is saying. Like, it may have extended for like a year or two or whatever, or X amount of subscribers or whatever, that kind of coverage, but they're easily going to flop out, which means that they're going to be so publicly shamed in the industry, or, you know, within this field, because it's the spirituality and ascension and all of these things are going to rise to I don't want to say popularity. It's more like becoming a higher priority of engagement, that they're not going to respect the knockoffs. So anyway, what came to me was that their karma is going to be that they're going to have to get regular jobs to sustain. That whatever they wished upon me, as far as, you know, stagnancy, to delay moving forward with my life purpose, they're going to have to engage in. They're going to be, what they're like cognitive, like this is, it's going to be like the absolute, how do I say it? Like last word almost, is that they're going to have to live out their karma cognitively and having to sell out getting a regular job, like old world work, because they sold out by trying to cheapen the realm of spirituality, trying to cash in for an extra buck. So they're going to have to make up that time in these like spiritual prisons of old world, like regular job work. You know, because that's all they know is taking. They're not creative. No. We're gonna take that back. No, they chose not to be creative. They chose not to use their power for good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen there. Their life is gonna be turned upside down. Okay, yeah. 5 of Wands. Okay, a speedy marriage that will improve your circumstances. Okay, yeah, so they're gonna sell out within their commitments. Yeah, you know, like everybody has their own instances, but at face value, like when you hear somebody like puts out just for a green card, that kind of thing. Like, I don't want to like itemize certain instances, but there's something behind that energy where it's like the bonds that are normally held sacred are going to be commercialized almost. It's going to be transactional. And those people that are going to have to engage in that or deciding to engage in that, it's like their options are minimized because of that inner conflict that they have to deal with. Yeah, it hit this card. So this is star family involvement. So you don't know what they can do. They seem like completely unrelated, but it tapped right on that. Whoa. Like, I've never even... Okay, so... Huh. That's interesting. I'll put that underneath there. Okay, do you want to elaborate, Star Family? Because that's kind of weird. I tried to connect it with the Two of Pentacles side by side, and it says a secret or something unexpected, and it says news from the country. So something's going to come to light within their own, like, macrocosmic locality. And that, I think we just talked about it. I think it's just reiterating that people are going to see what the truth holds within its actuality, not the suggested. Let me see. Is there anything else? I mean, like, what, you want to elaborate on that? Okay, Two of Swords. First it was a removal, and then when it fell down, it hit the Five of Wands, and so it was turned upside down. Fear turned into confidence. So removal. I know that there's interference here. I know that there has been for the past few days since I did that reading. So I really feel like it's a removal. Yeah, they're going to be banned. You know what I mean? Like, shadow banned? Canceled. That's what I'm getting. Canceled because it frisbeed out, but then when it landed, fear turned into confidence. Oh, it's saying that, hold on. There's something about transmuting energy. Oh, okay. So this is necessary, Spirit is saying. Like, even with me having to convey these things, it's saying that, like, I have to call out these energies without putting names behind them. That's the important thing, because everybody encounters this. Yeah, I got the chills. Yeah. I haven't gotten that in a while, so saying nothing about that, just saying that, like, this is emphasis. So it's a removal. Like, this is weeding out. This is a process of elimination. And the only way that, like, the public is able to digest it within their own transitions, their own personal point of view, is to see the actual form of other people's behavior and then mine, and over the course of time, how that translates into context. So with that, what we talked about, like, I don't want to create my relationships based on fear, and that's based on, like, that's especially with my peers, those other readers, you know, people who are on my team, those that I've banded with, those that I, you know, that are validated, you know, within and protected within divine right. The fear turns into confidence. So it's transmuting on like a broader view, like taking the whole picture into consideration. Like, I can't be mad about what's happening here, because it's part of the process in order for the public to digest within their own ascension. Like, okay, they can get a snapshot, they understand a snapshot, but it's a very limited perspective. Yeah, I don't know how else to convey this, but attached to the, I'm telling now to, like, bond the energy. So a carriage ride guard against deception. Okay, paired with success in business enterprises through hard work. Yeah, so rather than you know, those who are learning, like, actively, willingly wanting to learn, transmuting the energy and building the confidence based on the message that's read between the lines through independent thinking and doing, is that we're going somewhere, but to also be aware of that type of deception. Success in business enterprises through hard work. Yeah, so instead of people feeling like a lacking, like, oh my gosh, that person is so advanced, like, or like they've done a complete 360, like, I don't know how many times, and I wonder why they don't have vertigo or whatever. like they're doing so well in their life, rather than incurring a sense of intimidation, or like I'm never going to get there, or I can never, things like that. That it's going to create confidence in putting in the hard work. Because seriously, like if you go to my YouTube channel and you see if anything has over 100 views, anything that has over 20 views, just know that it was caused by me. Not because I paid for it. It's because I wanted to see through the feeds who attached themselves to me, and revisiting the energy, revisiting my own energy, using myself as a case study, so that there's no, so that I can close out cycles. So, anyway, it's not because of any people who have been, interested over the course of like 2 or 3 years. I mean, I've had just very, 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 very few compared to others. So anyway, there could be several explanations for that. I am seeing more recently that there are, there's a heightening in clicks, so I know that I have particular sponsorships, if not multiple, at least one at the moment, and so I do appreciate that. I thought it was one energy in particular, and maybe like I think I have to ask several times, because I thought it was one person, but then it ended up, when I recently asked, being a certain other energy. So if it's either of those energies, I do appreciate it. I have to continue to ask, because like I said, there's interference, and there's people who are going to like take the credit for themselves. So anyway, there's that. But you put in the hard work regardless of like what showing you have. For Spirit is saying, with the growth process, it's not about quantity, but quality. Quality work. Not the quantity of times that you show up, but like your true engagement. Like your personal, true engagement. Yeah. Okay. So why should others not F with me? Oh, okay. This fell on the me card, basically. Me cards. A lovable, upright woman, Queen of Pentacles. An unlooked for caller, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is... Okay, so this is probably the 7 of Wands in reversal. An unlooked for caller. Okay, well, we have that. Okay, so, yeah, people shouldn't mess with my energy, because I don't even know what else to say about this. It's like I have high priority, whether, in upright or in the underworld. Like, when it comes to it being in reversal, it's saying that there's, you can humble, you can quiet. It doesn't matter, like, if you sit down or stand tall. Like, you have the higher ground. And when you sit down, when you become less conspicuous, or inconspicuous anyway, that I draw in the attention of those that need it, and unlooked for caller. Yeah. That my purpose is very unique to others. Like, everybody has a purpose, right? But this particular one I have never heard of before. Okay, a small sum of money received, and an auburn-haired woman, agreeable and entertaining. I have some streaks of red, but what? Okay, so that's something red in between the lines. I guess that's something that's like kind of bound to happen. Okay. It fell on the me card. I don't know what else to say about that. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. 12:23 on the clock. Is there anything else you want to say, Spirit, before we move into bananagrams? The Queen of... We've crossed the Queen of Pentacles many times. It's the best mother of all the queens. Values all sentience. Being so, within its expanded form. And especially if she has the highest standing, even within, like, sitting down in her throne. Oh my, what am I hearing this? I'm hearing, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? That's crazy. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, yeah. You, like, people, like, Marshall Mathers has been, like, made fun of, like, since his origin times. I mean, he had an underground allotment and party and acknowledgement, but, like, there were still, you know, people who would, deliberately work against his energy because of their own constructs. But little did they know that that also created and boosted his will to, like, put out his best. And that includes shape-shifting his methods. That there has been a certain amount of, like, not certain amount, but intelligence uniquely woven into his works, so that the lyricisms, the beats are almost timeless. And you see that, like, you know, his daughter is, like, an adult now. So, being so, like, still relevant. That's funny. So, like, it's not just, like, a catchy tune that just so happens to, you know, make its way through. That's interesting. Okay. Like, I'm hearing, like, so those, like, songs that could have easily been one-hit wonders for the average person, you can see when someone, okay, I don't want to talk shit about on, like, people who are one-hit wonders, okay, because there's stories behind those too. So, you can truly see someone's resilience when they go past, like, that chart topper, you know, that they're not just satisfied. There's no satiability in complacency, right? Okay. So what I'm getting is that it's like, it's not just proving yourself to the world and what you can offer, but it's also really just loving what you are doing. So you push harder once you get that pushback, because it's like, no, I want to do this and I'm ensured to do so. Like, I'm going to make that happen. So it's not about, like, just being a rebel and just because I can. It's because I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do what makes me happy, and it's legit, you know, like, I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, yeah. Anything else before we move into bananagrams? Oh, I didn't know if I was supposed to get that card. Sorry. Spirit, is there anything else that did I overtalk? Is there anything else? Like, I feel like I'm speaking to, like, a range of people here. So, what is it? That's a whole lot, Spirit. I'll get the top card? Yeah. Top card? Yeah. A sweetheart lost and regained. 2 of Cups. What? what? So, these energies, it's like they always come around the bend. Like, even if they say that, like, you're a heartbreaker or you did them wrong or whatever, they come around the bend because they see, like, the overall value that you're, that I'm value added. That, they haven't experienced someone like me or you before. So whatever they thought their final say, whatever they thought their final answer was, it wasn't ultimately that. Okay. It's on the bottom. Wealth and honorable position. 10 of Cups. That's exciting and wonderful. That's a secret behind that sauce. Okay, so it could go on either side. So, domestic happiness and a numerous family. Oh! We're not just becoming familiar, but one associated with its baseline, which is fame. Okay, all right. A call from a loved one, a kiss. What? I'm hearing Prince. What is it? You don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cruel to rule my world. In no particular time, something. I just want your extra time and your kiss. Holy shit. Sorry, I spat. Okay. All right. A drive or a walk, a kiss. Be discreet. What? There's kisses on both sides. Oh, I'm seeing somebody who is like, old school fame. Like they do the kiss on the cheek. That we're talking about that kind of fame. That's insane. Okay. Okay, so put it on the other side, a festivity or a visit to a place of amusement. So there are wonderful things coming for me. And it's genuine, like, appreciation, like adoration, but not like, and it's like, you are a god or goddess. No, this is a very grounded view. It's genuine. Even people who didn't come off as genuine initially, when we first met them, they've gained character, just like ourselves. So that's wonderful. Okay, so there's going to be upcoming events that invite the opportunity to duly appreciate each other. And that could be like, what do you call it? Like non-romantic too, just intimate, and it's like worldly sense. So the top is Queen of Wands. Yeah. A clever, amusing woman. Well, thank you, Spirit. I do appreciate that. So it's no secret. I thank you. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, I have. I made this thing. It's azurite. Okay. I just went like freeform on it, and I initially got it because it reminded me of a grape. So it's like abundance. It was my first azurite that I was going to like hold personal to me, and every time I kept seeing like that snapshot on on one of my postings, I'm like, I gotta listen. I have listened to the herbs. They served well, even if it's like kind of discreet within its energy. And so I just went freeform on it. And so there's like pentacle energy in the back. There's labradorite and what you call it with it? Lapis lazuli. And so the way I specifically made it is meant just for me within those intentions. I thought I was adding moonstone, but because the beads are so little, but it's labradorite. They say that's kind of like they're cousins of each other. Like some people call moonstone white labradorite because of the, the sheen. But anyway, I'm just saying. I was like, oh, okay. But the energies are correct. Yes, definitely. So It's and there, like, the way it was, like, this wasn't really planned on the way, I was just feeling out the energy, and the counts are correct, the images on it are correct. I even have, like, the Jesus fish on here, that, like, I didn't truly intend upon, but I'm like, okay, so Spirit wants to give me some Jesus energy, I'll take it. I'll take it. But, like, the symbology behind it as well. So, let's see here. What did we want to get from here? Okay, this is a lot. Oh, shoot. This hit the A game. My star family, for reals. Jeez. A. Okay, so with the A, we have V and W, K, R, U, T, R, M, S, A, N, O, I, P, A, X, H, W, D, E. Okay, so it's not that much, but a lot of, like, weird, like, not what I'm used to here. So I have par. Some may play golf. Mona, like Mona Lisa, timeless. Snow. Quan. I think that's somebody's name. Yeah, it's somebody's name. Oh, I know somebody's name. Yeah. Well, hello. If you're here. No, you are here. I know you are here. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, I also see Raekwon. Is that Wu-Tang? I'm so sorry. I should know. But there's so many people there, so. But I definitely see Raekwon here. Yeah. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Well, hello and welcome. Spam. So this reaches a wide array of people. Oh, I have Vixen. Oh, okay. Paw, like P-A-W. True. What song is that? I know this much is true. Ba 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 ba. I know this much is true. Why am I not? I hear the tune, but the words. I'm so intrigued now. What does that mean? Okay. Anyway, I think I'm supposed to also channel a song from one of the pieces that Raekwon was involved with. So, there's that. Punk. Risk. Want. Oh, I see two wants here. What? Oh, I'm highly coveted? Okay, thank you. Oh, I see swastika. I don't know how I feel about that. Because swastika is supposed to depict people who are... But is a reverse swastika is peace and, like, okay? Like, do they still refer to it as a swastika if it's in its reversal? When then it's pure original meaning? Well, I refuse to give in to that, so there's so many other things that we can make out of this. Park. Oh my gosh. The people that I talked about originally, they're here. I used to, no, I'm not going to, I don't want to 100% call them out. Like, that's, unless I'm forced to, then I will. But, they know my power now. They know the power behind me now. I also see stink. Okay. And think. I feel like think is important. Like, think before you act. I'm hearing Aretha Franklin too. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. When I see ink, you know, there's this other show, Ink. It's another punk show, Ink something. I forgot. I've been to it once, and I was like almost drooling, like, was seeing art being drawn, like, done live, and it was just, I'm not usually into like those, I don't know why, but I was just like enamored by it. I also see Knox, like Johnny Knoxville. Is that, why am I getting that? Okay, I don't know. I also see another exam here. It's another exam. What's happening here? This is a collective exam. Oh, one thing that if you're dealing with a very complex exam, I was told that I was part of its making. Like, I helped create it. Like, I spiffed it up a bit, but it was for your own good. They told me that. I forgot to tell you that. I don't know why. Okay, let me put aside exam for a second, because I need to hold that. Exams. Ugh, okay. I guess I did several. Okay. Stop it. I see manure. Okay. Okay. MANU. Alright. What I'm hearing is like Marty McFly, like when Biff, is that his name? Is known for like having to eat shit, like for like as a return for all the things that he's, you know, he encounters that. Like, that's his tower moment. Yeah. That's kind of weird how. Okay, so no, okay. I need that E for the exam, because this is important. It's more important than having to reiterate someone else's, you know, stuff. Because, say, so it could be manor. Like, I live in the manors. Oh, sorry, that was not the best way to say it. I don't know. Hold on, give me a second, because there's so much more that needs to be worked with here, because there's think, there's wink, there's wank, or wanker, wankers. What? Hawk. Okay, wait. Hawk is important though, but I only have one H here, and it's devoted to that, and only one K. So, but Hawk is a hidden spirit totem. Like, it should go without saying, is what they're saying. Okay. Oh, work. People have to put in the work, for reals. It's unavoidable. Yeah, okay. Waves? Yeah. I guess, for me also, work is going to come in waves, like in different degrees. But they're also going to be like a test to my, I'm hearing obedience, like my, to my discipline. It's going to be like cementing, but also developing. I like it. Yeah. So just take it like as they come, because they're not just supposed to be financial, like pentacle type of opportunities, but also opportunities to gain wealth in other avenues. Yeah, it's still having me put want together, so I'm gonna put it together then. To be want. Oh, they're also saying that people who are jealous or living in fear or lack mindset that not only should you, like, if you're living in want, that you should put more thought behind that you would want to think more of the situation, want to think more of yourself, want to think more of your actions, and to further empower it. Yeah, because want is like want, work, exam. That's what it's looking like. RIP. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you might want to think about your actions. This is fully emphasized and trying to F with my energy, because people are rest in peace, seriously. Mud. Let me see here, because there's D and U left here, so yeah, mud. Like a mud run. So things may be messy when you're like moving along, but like if you think of mud and its like mineral aspect, it's very it's good for your skin for sure. The nutrients behind it, that people pay like top dollar to have that on their skin. Yeah, so the Spirit's saying that I'm highly valued. And these exams that we're both facing, interfacing with anyway, to see it as high value. Bottom line, it's high value. Okay, so I'm going to turn around the camera and show you what it's all about, and then we're going to say goodnight, and closing all portals, sending all energies back with their appropriate karma, etc., etc. Thank you for my sponsors. Thank you for my supporters. And that's what we just did. Okay, hold on for just a second, though, before I close the portals and send the energies back. Okay. So that's what we're looking at.